What's up, everyone? It's the OOTP GM. Want to welcome you to the 15th episode of my Detroit Tigers GM Let's Play here at Out of the Park Baseball 18. So we're here at the 2020 first year player draft, and things have been very up and down for us so far this year. We've had both good and bad performances from the team. So if you look at our rankings and our team stats, our bullpen has been amazing this year. It's been one of the best, not only in the American League, but one of the best in baseball. However, our starters have not been very good. And then our offense has been up and down. We kind of got off to a really fast start, and we've kind of really slowed down here in the second part of the beginning part of the season. We have two guys, though, that have really gotten off to great starts. Max Pentecost has had a really good start for us. He's having his best season so far. And Cody Eves is having a monster beginning to the season. 287 average, 19 home runs, 53 RBIs. He is just absolutely crushing it to begin the year. A lot of other guys are struggling, so we'll have to kind of keep an eye on some of them. Our starters, obviously, Norris was injured at the beginning of the year. He struggled. Fulmer has really struggled since coming back off the disabled list. We lost him for about a month. And then Bueller's been kind of up and down. He's been pitching a little bit better as of late, but he's still been up and down. Turnbull's been our best starter again this year. We'll have to see if that can continue. But we have a lot of guys that are getting ready to move up. Tyson Miller and Bo Burrows should both be coming back up again soon. Bo Burrows we had to send down because he had an ERA of like almost 7, I think, at the beginning of the year. So we had to send him down. And then Cabrera was having a pretty good start to the season, but he's on the disabled list currently with an injury, so he called up Alonso, who has struggled in his first few starts, but we'll see where things go. And then in terms of the team and how things are going record-wise, we're 27-31, 6.5 out in the division, and I think we're 4 out in the wild card. I'm not expecting to make the postseason, but I would like to see us play well this year. So it kind of bodes well for us in the future. 4 back out in the wild card. Because I believe next year we can compete for a spot. I really honestly believe that. So now that we've got the team update out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and head right into the first year player draft. We have the 11th pick in the first round. And then we have a couple of other different picks moving along. So we have the 11th pick in the first round. We have no supplemental picks, but then we have the 8th pick in the second round, and then the 13th pick in the third, and then I think it's back to 11th for us for the rest of the draft. So we're going to continue the draft here. And Theo doesn't have, again, he kind of views this as being a little bit of a thin draft, but we have to make the best of it. So we're going to go ahead and auto pick until our first selection. And the top guy currently listed is this Jim Bland, first baseman. Let's see who Theo recommends just real quick. All right, so he likes this 18-year-old starting pitcher, Yakail Sisson. 3.5 star, 3-pitch pitcher. His stats look like they grade out pretty well. Ratings, his stats look like he would rate out pretty well. Scouting report. Mid-rotation potential. And you can never have enough, and he's a lefty, which is huge. So I like this guy. I was actually really tempted to draft the first baseman, Bland here, but they like this Sisson. He's a lefty, the only lefty that's right here. So I'm going to go with what Theo said. I like this guy. I was actually looking at other players, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draft him, actually. I think that's a potential solid draft pick for us. All right, and Bland's actually still here. High work ethic. I like that he's at least a 50 in all of these stats here. Not a particularly great defender. It doesn't have a lot of speed or base running ability. Does want a $2.4 million demand. For have a productive career, shows potential. I mean, he doesn't grade out well in some aspects, but I really like the fact that he has high work ethic. And the $2.4 million isn't ideal, but I'm going to draft Bland. never hurts to have extra guys. I know we just drafted Malcolm last year, but I'm going to draft Bland, and we're going to see what becomes of him. And then now we move in here to the third round, and this Jamie Moore has fallen down. There's another 17-year-old pitcher here, this Taylor. Let's see who Theo likes. He wants us to take Nate Hunter. He's a center fielder. He's only a one-star guy. I'm inclined to not listen to Theo on this one because there are better players, and I think Hunter could be available later. Let's take a look at some of these guys here. Jamie Moore, third baseman, pretty average in terms of a hitter. Only plays third base now, but looks like he could be taught to play other positions. Man, he is a really fast guy, though. Speed and stealing and base running, that is really impressive. That might be somebody that we're looking at. Yeah, I don't particularly love the hitting stats. Unlikely to progress when the competition's... Alright, well, let's see what else we've got here. King, second baseman. Projects out to have really good contact ratings and high avoid K. He doesn't have a lot of power, but high loyalty, low greed, like to see that. Other ratings, like I said, look like they project out pretty well. Plays multiple positions. Not a great defender, but serviceable. Let's see what the scouts think. Below average hitter, 2 plate. But his potential is interesting in terms of, I really like the fact that his contact is potential of 75 according to Theo. So let's just look at a couple other guys here. Taylor's the guy that wants the high bonus demand. Let's skip past him for a moment. Neves is a closer, potential 80 stuff, low loyalty, extreme ground ball pitcher. I like that because we have a ground ball coach. Great competition level, scouting report, above average middle relief potential. Okay. Let's see. Right fielder, average defender, beta. High leader, high loyalty, high work ethic. Ooh, okay, he's a starting pitcher. I don't love his ratings, though. He only grades, really poor changeup, pretty good slider, but the fact that his stuff and movement only grade out to a max of 60, I don't love that. Hey, this is the guy I might target if he's still available later. I think I'm going to draft this King guy because I really like the fact that his contact could potentially be a 70. So we're going to draft King. Auto pick. And then if this a beta is available here in the fourth, and I don't love the potential for some of his ratings, but I think he's the guy I'm going to target here. I want to see who Theo likes, but okay, yeah, he likes the second baseman. I just drafted a second baseman though. Better defender. I don't love his batting ratings are awful, so I'm gonna skip him. I'm gonna grab this. Ibeta. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but we're gonna draft him. Moving right along here to the fifth round, and Taylor is still available at this point. 3.2 million is a lot. Gabe Sheets, starting pitcher out of college, only a half-star potential. Okay, we don't need to draft somebody only a half-star at this point. Man, this Taylor guy is really tempting because it looks like he grades out pretty well. But $3.2 million is a lot. But he is tempting. We got Roman Eden here, Juan Ortega, 22-year-old center field. Wow, this guy plays a lot of different positions. This is really tempting. I don't particularly love his batting statistics. I don't love how he rates out there. But the fact that he's so versatile is huge. What do we got about this Jeff Probate here? He's kind of the same thing, but Man, I really like the fact that this Backus guy can play so many positions, and he's 22, so he might be able to progress fast. I'm going to draft him, and then we'll see if Taylor falls to the next round. I'd love for him to fall there, and he does not. So we probably should have drafted Taylor when we had the chance, but that's all right. Sometimes you make calculated decisions. So let's take one more little quick peek here at what Theo's thinking. He's thinking Billy Rossman, 17-year-old catcher. High leader, high work ethic, decent discipline at the plate. Okay. I mean, you can never have enough of some of these positions. Future as a batter looks bleak. Not really sure why Theo would recommend it. He is a switch hitter, though. What else have we got here? Continue draft. I'm really regretting not drafting Taylor now. Even though we might not have been able to pay him all the money he wanted, I'm still really regretting not drafting him now. But you make decisions and you have to live with them. What was this Roman Eaton again? More of a two-pitch guy, borderline starter. Ortega, first baseman. No, I don't love him. Kurt Browning, first bat. I don't love him. Avoid K. We're going to skip him. No. Relief pitcher. No, if you want relief pitchers, you want them to have high ratings elsewhere. Nope, don't like Mendoza. Now this is what I'm talking about. If you're going to get a reliever, you want a guy that has potential high stuff and one really good pitch. So, not a whole lot of potential, but like I said, I like the fact that his stuff grades out to a potential 70. Let's go ahead and we'll draft this Quintana here in the 6th, and then I might call it quits after this, because it isn't a very deep draft again, so I don't want to be, like I said, cruising through 1.5 star, 1-star players. Even though you can find potential studs in those positions sometimes, a guy out of Detroit. Let's look at this guy real quick. Went to city of birth, Detroit, Pershing High School in Detroit. High work ethic. He's only a half-star guy, but you know what? He's a local guy. Let's give him a shot here. Starting pitcher, sure. Why not? We'll draft a local guy here in the 7th round, even though he doesn't look like he has a whole lot of potential, but we'll take him here. And then this will probably be my last pick. This Roman Eaton guy is still falling. A lot of these guys are still falling. I might draft this Eaton guy here. I'm potential about him. I want to see who. Okay, yeah, he still wants us to draft this Rossman. I'm not particularly inclined to do that, though. There are only a handful of guys left. I'm going to draft Eaton as my last selection here. So I'm going to draft him, and then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to complete the draft. And then we'll look to sign our free agents, or not our free agents, our draftees. We'll look to sign them. And then I'll end the episode here at the end of the draft, and then the next episode will pick up at the international free agent signing period, and we'll also cover the trade deadline as well. So just waiting for the draft to finish here, and we'll see where things go. So, all right. So let's go ahead. We'll just move forward one day real quick. And unfortunately, sometimes it is slow. Okay. All right. So let's negotiate with these guys real quick. He wants 1.2, so we will meet his demand. And then let's see. So he wants 2.4. We have a $5.4 million budget. I think we'll be fine in that. So we will meet Bland's demand of 2.4, and then we'll be able to give these guys, the rest of them, exactly what they want, and we'll be able to stay within our draft budget as well. So we'll finish up with these guys here, and then let's just see what these impossible guys are looking for. 2.8, nope, and 2.2. All right, so that's so we're gonna get all these guys because we met all of their demands. So all of those guys will more than likely sign with us. Shouldn't be any problems there. All right, guys. So I want to thank you guys for watching this episode, As always, feel free to like and subscribe, leave comments and feedback below, and I will see you guys for the 16th episode, the 2020 international free agent signing period, and the trade deadline. And as always, thanks for watching.